Hey everyone, in this video we'll be walking through how you can mass update your company addresses so that they are mapped to the address ID that comes from your customers' orders when they're placing orders through Punchout. And mapping this will allow for those Shiptos to automatically be mapped when those Punchout orders come through. So right now I'm on the company addresses screen here, and this is where we're going to be making the updates. You can see I have a few columns that I have set up in my view here. So we have the code first, which is going to be the company code, and then your Kono, and then the Shipto code behind it. So that's the format that follows. And then just showing which are active here. We've got the location name for some information. The extra 2 contains that Shipto code, so again, another column just with that helpful information. And then user 2 is going to be what we are updating with the address ID from Punchout for the mapping. Now the easiest way to update this is you can filter on a specific customer from this screen. So what I'm going to do is just hop over to companies here. I have my customer that I want to update, and I'm just going to copy this code right here and then go back to the company addresses, and then in the header of the code column I'm going to paste that in, and you can see it essentially filters down on all of the addresses under this specific customer here. And then I can see all of my information here. I can run an export of this from the company addresses screen. I'm going to go ahead and save that, and then I'm just going to open up a sample file that I have here from an export. So this is essentially what this is going to look like, where you have your columns that you exported. Now for updating the user 2, we'll only need the code and the user 2 column here. So I'll go ahead and just delete these extra columns. And then what I'm going to do is put my address ID from Punchout in this user 2 column. So let's just say this is like A123. We'll just fill in a few of these addresses here. Once I have those filled in, I'm going to remove any extra ones that I'm not updating, and then I'm going to save my file so that I can import it. So when I'm ready to save, I'm going to save this as a CSV UTF-8 file type, and then I'm just going to rename my file here for import. So now that I have my file saved, I can go back to the company addresses screen in the operations portal. I'm going to go to File, Import, and I'm going to select Update Only for this, since we have existing addresses where we're just adding that additional information. Then from there, I'm going to select my import file, and then I'm going to go ahead and kick off the import. You can see here I have this message letting me know it's been queued. So it just takes maybe a few minutes depending on the amount of data that you're importing, and then the system's going to run the job and you'll get an update letting you know when it's been imported. So we'll go ahead and pause the video here and come back when it's finished. Okay, so my import is now complete, and I've received an email like this showing that my 3 addresses have been updated from my import. If we go back to the company addresses screen, I'll just go ahead and refresh my view here, and you can see we now have those address IDs from the import mapped to this user 2 field, and then they should be all set going forward when they're placing those orders through Punchout, where they will automatically be mapped to this existing Shipto in the system. Now if you need to make any adjustments to these, you also have the option of doing it one by one here. So on this data view here, let's say we need to maybe remove one of the mappings. You can just click into that field and just hit delete and then enter, and it's going to save that update. Same if you need to update something, you can click in there, make your edits as needed, hit enter again, and it is going to be saved. So that's a quick walkthrough of how you can run that mass update for mapping that address ID. If you have any questions, please let us know, and thank you so much for watching this video.